Okay, I'm live. All right, this is it. The first YouTube live video from your boy Karceno. Live. I don't know how this thing works. So, I don't know if I could even see questions. Oh, that's how it pop up. Okay. So, all right, stuff is going a lot fast on here. What's up? San Diego Oceanside. Hello to you too. Chinks, I see that. Green Bay, Wisconsin in the house. No, not a Fanoid. Yes, I seen Split. Love Penthouse Players. All the stuff. The UK, what's up? And shouts out to all my homies in Leeds. People don't know in Leeds, they were really pushing me back in the day, especially for boxing. The ATL Falcons. Oh my goodness. You know, hold on. Y'all hold hands. It'll be okay. Y'all got a whole nother season to come back. QB, what's up? Man, this thing going so fast. Jersey's in the house. Brooklyn. Pats all day. California love. East New York. Uncle Murder, of course. That's what's up. Cincinnati, I see you. Corey Dillon. Flintstones, I see y'all. Michigan in the house. The D in the house. Motor City Bad Boy. Detroit Pistons, the greatest team in NBA history. All right, let me get a seat. All right, let me see if somebody gonna. Big Pun or who? Who was better between who? Why do I trash LeBron James? I trash LeBron James by showing and exposing to y'all the truth about LeBron James. No one has disputed that yet. The guy has not improved. Since he's been in the NBA, he has really not improved at all. He hasn't really worked on his game. He's worked on his conditioning to stay in shape. He's very athletic for his size, and by him being naturally talented to do those things, he basically just went off that. He had everything laid out for him. Do you see? He travels all the time. They don't call it. The offensive foul players, they don't call it. He can pass. He's a very great passer, and that's basically it. He shoots 30% from three-point line, but yet he takes more threes than he needs to. He's not really following the game or making the players any better. That's why he want to go get great players. They give you all the calls, then he wants to blame the referees. It's terrible. We already talked about the O.J. Simpson thing. You see, everybody talk about the game last night, about LeBron James hitting the three. First off, he wasn't even trying to bank it off the glass. He just got lucky and went in. That's fine. That happens. You know, when you shoot like 33, three of them, you know, one of them might fall. So, anyway, LeBron James, what y'all miss, y'all looking at all the things that happened. Kyrie Irving won the game, and he had a terrible shooting game yesterday. But when the money's on the table, everything on the line, he wins. Flat out. Now, you look at the game yesterday. Kevin Love had 39 and 12. LeBron had 32 with 17 assists. Okay? Even Kyrie's 22. And they barely won in overtime. So you see the point that I'm making here? They don't play defense. They have defensive set problems. They cannot defend pick and roll basketball. Kyrie is a closer, absolutely, but defensively, he's a liability at times. He falls to sleep on assignments, and so does the rest of the team. And LeBron does it also. If Golden State has a player that's got 39, another one with 30, another player with double digits, rebounds, and assists, they're winning by 20 points. The difference is they play defense in Golden State. They can actually defend. Those guys don't. No, I will not be doing any Bump J stories that I know of. Most of the Bump J stories I know cannot be on the internet. Bulls are not going to fire Hoiberg because that's the Bulls' plans. Reindorf, that's not in his plans. That's why he signs guys that's not going to be a problem as far as coaches. They don't care about winning world titles no more. They just want to go to the playoffs. That's where they make their money. If you win championships, then players going to want more money, and that's not what Reinsdorf is about. Now, when the team don't make the playoffs, then he's got to start shaking things up and spending money. I don't hate Meek Mill. I dislike Meek Mill. There's a difference. Meek Mill is irritating to listen to as a rapper. As a rapper, to me, he's complete trash. There's nothing great about him whatsoever. He doesn't even try to do anything different. Then he sit over there and makes his PR, whoever the people that's working for him, made a huge mistake and decided to try to go up against a guy that's on social media. Big mistake. Should never mess with somebody. They kicked the hornet's nest by messing with me, and I know right now that person's probably not working for Meek Mill anymore. Because he said, why did you get this guy started? Loud versus Reggie. What are he talking about? Loud Records? What is he? What? Do a Meek Mill impression? No. Oh, yeah, that's a weed question. If my boy was here, he'd answer all of them. He'd run down the whole list. I have never smoked a day in my life. Don't see the purpose of it or nothing. Nothing in the world. Of course, Redman is underrated. But Redman chose to be underrated because he done smoked himself to death and decided to do one thing his entire life, and that's run behind Eric Sermon. A Suge Knight impersonation? Nah. See, cause 30% of all the earnings that I'ma do is gonna go back to the record company. Now, if you wanna sign with me, you can sign with me. I'm gonna take care of you. Big shit. Yeah, I had a girl. She chose to make a mistake and take bad advice and listen to her friend. Now she's all alone at home. And that's probably was her that put that text out there. I better be careful. She's all on my social media doing stuff she shouldn't be doing. So we are single. I have not heard the new album yet from Young Mouth. The record companies today, they're a little different. Record companies today, it's like this: a guy come in there and go, "Yo, I'm so nice. I used to rock ice and all this stuff and coming up with all these different rhymes. Ladies love me all day, from my shirts to my Hanes, got most of my game. From Mr. Cool James, how we do things. Baby Blue Range, driving slow, holding up traffic in 2 lanes. I don't eat the peach, massage women on the beach. Still young though, so forgives my whole. Hey, cut. That's great. Now let's listen to rapper number 2. Rapper number 2, what you got? Bubba gum, yeah. I wanna eat you up, bubba gum. Cut! That's what we're looking for. Sign him right there, Bubblegum. That's a great song. You gotta be what? That's it, Bubblegum. That's gonna be a hit. We're gonna sign you right now. Give you a 2-year deal. Give you a $100,000 signing bonus right here. Get you some per diem. Bubblegum, baby. I love it. We're gonna have girls in bikinis, but we're gonna have them wear Timberlands. Because, we got to keep it hip-hop. We got to keep it street. They're going to be blowing bubblegum bubbles. We're going to have production. Let's get it set up. Bubblegum. And that's what happened to rap. The guy that's spitting, he gone now. Now it's the bubblegum guy. Then it's going to be the bubblegum remix featuring DJ Khaled, French Montana, and Jay-Z. Bubblegum. Yeah, we the best. Bubble gum. Yeah, that's what we do. You chew, baby. Oh, man. The Chirac movie was all right, but it was more about Spike Lee's ego. Spike Lee wanted to make something to show off his directorial prowess and all this stuff, but all that other stuff, no peace without you don't get a piece unless there's peace. I mean, we've seen that done before, in movies, but that ain't gonna change nothing. You gotta come with some paper, because right now the girls is just as wild as the dudes. They act like it's just the dudes out there wilding. The girls are the ones wilding. No, I'm not a Muslim, but I do own a Quran. I got a Torah, a Quran, a Bible, and a rifle. I heard that. The thing about that fight is, I don't want to commit to a Eddie Hearn saying Kell Brook is fighting Errol Spence Jr. until it actually happened. All right, 67 Dorchester, what's up? Now, the reason why is because now they're saying Cotto might fight him in replacement of that fight, but then I'm hearing Cotto and them, they're going to postpone the James Toney fight. Not the James Toney fight, James Kirkland fight. And yes, my boy Lorenz Tate from the west side of Chicago is in Power Season 4. See, what people don't know, he's playing actually a character named Tate. I think he's some type of district attorney or something in the film on the show. But what people don't know about Power is that they always do things. It's called hiding in plain sight. Now, you've seen Ghost do a lot of things in jail. Like, he's gotten phones to 50 Cent. You've seen him have Lobos shanked up in jail. How did he get that connection? Somebody on the inside must be helping him out. And that's when you're going to see Charlie Murphy. All right? And I'm going to be one of the guys up in there. And I'm going to be working with 50. Watch. Oh, yeah. I forgot to say. Spoiler alert. Oh yeah, I got the video with 50 Son dissing him already. I already got my thoughts up already. The video's up. It was wheels up in 30. Big Sean album and song with Eminem. I hadn't heard it yet. Everybody's talking about it. I just hadn't had a chance to hear it yet. With the Super Bowl, with Tom Brady and everything else, Caz back with Swiss. Might be too late, too far, too late. You know how people miss their window? That might be it. Can't compare Russell Wilson to Tom Brady. That's not even comparable. A lot of Twister stories are boring, believe me. The ones that's not, I done told you already. A lot of things happen around that Twister just happened to be there or around. But other stuff, I don't think I want to do a Meek impression. An impression I've never done before. Oh my gosh. Oh man, you probably wouldn't even know these people. Am I broke? You just told 3 jokes. Me, mom, and dad, keep the change. Was I a producer? I was more of a ghostwriter than anything, if you want to call that, or a line fixer. And meaning that if somebody had a rhyme, this is how it works. I think I've done this video too. But basically, somebody write a rap, you write one, you turn it in to somebody, they turn it back and say, okay, we like this, can you take this out to this? And I can write a rhyme based on what the agenda of the song is. This is back in the day. Now, you used to do this for free. Then people start kicking you down with money because my guy used to make beats and sell them on SoundClick. I think that's what it was, SoundClick. And the guys, and there was a lot of people on YouTube that was buying the track and they were leasing it through him. My boy Tone, he died last year. He was filming videos and got killed out there in North Chicago by the guys who he was filming. Their rival gang came down there and started shooting. He's the only one that got killed. So Tone died, and he's from Waukegan. And that's where basically that stopped. I didn't do that no more. Oh, I'll tell you a song. One that's got some verses for me. Go listen to Diddy on his Press Play song. The one that got Pharaoh Monk on there, and everybody said Pharaoh Monk wrote the song. Go on there. I'm quite sure you don't believe McGregor or Ronda Rousey right now would do anything to Floyd. Who dissing LL? How do you avoid being in gangs? Being involved with your family. When you and your family, the gang, you fear them more than being in the gang. So you be like, no, wait. I fear what's gonna happen to me walking in the house talking about I'm in the gang. Now my outside family, all my other cousins, they all in different gangs. So which one I'm gonna pick? That's like, no. If Beyonce's divorcing Jay-Z, that would be the dumbest move right now to ever pull. Nah, I'm not from the suburbs. I'm from 4101 South Federal, the Robert Taylor Homes. Went to Hardican Elementary, which is still up, by the way. Over there on 41st and Route. On 41st and State. New Jersey is the craziest place. It makes no sense. Unless you're from New Jersey, that is the only way I would advise anybody to go to New Jersey. New Jersey is the most confusing place. They have no signs to turn off of. It don't make no sense. It'd be like exit L1348-3H. You'd be like, what in the world is this? If you don't have MapQuest and all that stuff, I mean, now it's Google Maps, you will be lost forever. Jersey is too confusing. I'm like, who made this place? Newark is the worst. The worst. That airport is the worst. They just be throwing people on planes. I'm like, dog. They be like, you going to Chicago? Yeah. I'm like, I got a connecting flight. I got to go outside? I just came from Hawaii. I don't have no clothes for this. It's freezing outside. Yeah, you got to go out there and catch a bus to go to the other side of the airport. Why do I got to go to the other side of the airport? To catch the plane. Oh yeah, you got to take a bus. So you got to go outside, freeze to death. You coming on a connected flight. You sitting there freezing to death outside with a Hawaiian shirt on, and then got to wait on a bus to take you to the other side of the airport where the plane just took off. I'm like, the plane's gone. Oh yeah, that took off. But yeah, you going to Chicago, right? Yeah, just get on this plane. It's going to Chicago. I said, oh my God, I cannot come back to this airport ever again. Never would go back to Newark. They can keep Newark. And the cab drivers in Newark. What is that? They act like you they family member. They be, yo, get in, yo, brother. Yo, man, yo. So I was going right here. I'm like, everybody in Newark got a story. Jersey is crazy. My goodness, I don't know what's going on, but y'all have the best rappers in the world in Jersey. They come out of Jersey. The bricks, shoot, that's basically where hip hop and all that basically started. The bricks. Brick City. Don't say that too loud. It'd be a big argument in New York. But hip hop really started in Jersey. The federal government happened to rap a lot. Once they started showing involvement in somebody that the federal government was very interested in, and Larry Hoover, and you know, that started to be the downfall of. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Coming out to LA, I don't know. I gotta have something going on for me to come out to LA. But LA is nuts, man. I go to Hollywood mostly, and that place is crazy. But LA, man, it's gotta be an event to go to LA. Other than that, it is nuts over there. But I like the Forum. I like over there. I got a family member. I think they own 40th. They over there in Compton. No, I don't mean Bompton. See, y'all don't understand because y'all from out of town. You talk like that in Compton somewhere in the wrong area, you will get destroyed, and you might might not make it home. See, that's the thing. They can say that they from there, So they know they could say or spell things a certain way, and you put spell words and put a K on some or a C on some, dude, you could be in big trouble. You gotta kind of watch that. It's cool y'all on the internet, but you gotta be really careful. Now they Mexicans in Chicago. Are you kidding? Where did you can go in this world? There aren't any Mexicans. They're everywhere. MF Doom. I've been getting a lot of MF Doom requests. So, yeah, you might see some. The 50 Cent Jay-Z beef? Oh, yeah, that's definitely going down. I just haven't done it yet. I just been pushing that off and pushing that off. But yeah, it's definitely, yeah, that'll definitely be coming. John Wall is the best developed point guard in the NBA. Because he came in there, he came in the league with so much hype, and he wasn't that good yet. I mean, as far as transferring to the pro level, he wasn't pro level yet. And he developed, he worked on his game, and he became a much better player, especially last year. Last year, to me, was his breakout year, where he's going to really be good. The Lakers have a player over there out there, Clarkson. He's developing right now. He's going to be really good if they develop him right. I don't know about anything with Empire except I have a a friend that's like a extra on the show. No, I didn't go to CVS. Kel went to CVS, but we all lived in the same neighborhood. He lived right around the corner from me. He's on Avalon. I was on University. So y'all know it's only Woodlawn in between that. It's Avalon, Woodlawn, University. I dislike Meek Mill's music for the person that just arrived. We've already covered that. I dislike his music, and when the whole thing went down with him and Drake, that's when he got really into his feelings because it was all coming down like a rainstorm, and my video went viral, and the image and everything I said on the video, Drake had put up on the screen. He had that picture that I put up that had the comparison charts of Drake and then Meek Mill on one side. So they decided to try to have my video taken down and do some other stuff, his PR people, and I didn't even say anything disrespectful. And they got really aggressive and stupid, and whoever the person was that was making that, I decided to, it's like, okay, do you really want me to go in at you? I wouldn't say they run the city, dude. But once I did that, I'm quite sure whoever that person was is not doing PR work for Meek Mill anymore. And Meek is in full understanding of who I am. Remember, my video came out before Back to Back dropped. My video came out when Charged Up came out. As soon as the day Charged Up came out, my video came out. And when everything I said in my video ended up on Back to Back. The dates on the video prove everything. I like Vlad. I mean, Vlad was cool, you know. When I met him, I didn't see him as a guy that would be involved in hip hop. He seemed like a guy to be in charge of a Russian bar or something. But, you know, hey, that's just how it is, you know, when I met him. But what Vlad started to do, and when people be like, man, Vlad set people up, man. And I ain't believe it, but then stuff started happening where Vlad started doing stuff, and people was like, dog, don't do no interview with him. I'm like, wow. But other people have asked me for interviews and wanted to have me come tell a story and do all this and that. And I was like, see, that's how you get sued and other stuff happened. Now you didn't put it on record and such and such. And now here come lawyers and you got, I'm like, I go through enough of it on YouTube, but I'm protected on YouTube because YouTube would have to defend it or either take it down and they have to make a decision. So I have a party in between to deal with that. When you out there live on the podcast, if you don't have no sponsors, they will come for you, sue you, slander, defamation of character. Man, you have all kind of stuff out there. So you got to be careful doing interviews like that. Super Bowl wasn't rigged. How was it rigged? You saw that they did everything in their power. You think Roger Goodell wanted to hand Tom Brady the trophy? Do you really believe that? Atlanta just stupid. They choked. Y'all know you guys must all be from Atlanta, but they played the dumbest football game. They played like they were playing John Madden football. They weren't playing an actual game. They were playing John Madden football. They just hiking the ball, like trying to run the score up. It's like, dude, what is you doing? You better try to run this clock out. You in field goal range, you supposed to protect that. You trying to protect the league. But they didn't do that. They field goal kicker had the night off. He was just kicking some extra points and then that was it. Whenever you run 40-some plays and everybody's like, what happened to the defense? They got tired. They was on the field all day. Then you look at the Super Bowl, you look at them defenders. They was breathing heavy. They were being wore down. New England had the ball for 20 minutes in the first half, and they only had a field goal. They were shooting themselves in the foot, dropping the ball, but they was controlling the ball. They had, 29 possessions in the second half, and 24 were first downs. 24 first downs. Brady was killing them on third downs. Third and long, he was zipping that ball in there. Because they were getting one-on-one coverage. Those guys were tired. They stayed in a predictable zone and got themselves destroyed. Don't forget, Tom Brady beat the same defensive coordinator for the Legion of Boom. He went to Atlanta, put the same defense out there on the field. Uh-oh. Something said poor connection. All right, there we go. We got a better connection now. Have I met Professor Griff? No, I have not met Professor Griff. Seen him before, though. I like the Hawaiian airport, the one in Oahu. That's like one of my favorites because it's like outdoors. You know, it's Hawaii. Yes, met Common, know people that know Common. Like, we know Common, like Common with no, like no other. New York rap has made a comeback. Y'all just got to support it. New York rap is there. People are rhyming in New York. Like, they are rapping. They just don't get the platform. As I was just giving you the example of Bubblegum Man. So, course, I've been talking about Uncle Murder since 2008. I done the Suge Knight voice. Who the dopest in New York? I couldn't tell you fresh off my head, but if you guys listen to Punk Master Flex, I don't like him, but what he's doing with having them MCs come up there and actually spit, those are real MCs. Don't get that wrong. That's the best part of anything they ever do on Hot 97 is letting those guys go up there and spit those bars. Who you mad at? Me or yourself? we in a groove right now. uh Who had the best freestyle? It's hard for me to say. A lot of people got out there, they spit, they were tearing it up. Obi Trice stories. A lot of Obi Trice stories can't be told either. That's the D. Dave East, he better thank Lloyd Banks. He better find Lloyd Banks and thank him. Because he must have been the biggest Lloyd Banks fan there is. Because you know where you got that style from. Some of the beef stories I got coming up, you gonna hear one with the bald heads. It's an Onyx one. I got an Onyx one coming. Who's the best from Wu Tang? It depends. Everybody had a moments. Like I said, Wu Tang normally rapped in a group, but Capadonna was one of my favorites because he was when Kappa spilled, it was over. Kappa was beyond no, woo. Then it depends. Like each one has, like you got Deck come out and kill. Yeah, y'all don't know. Fife that knocked out Q-Tip so many times they didn't fall. They fought more than the Wu-Tang Clan. A Tribe Called Quest, the peaceful rap group, they didn't fought each other so many times. Fife snuck. he got mad at him because he felt Q-Tip was shining on him, stealing his shine. Fife knocked the dog snot out of Q-Tip. He lost his father's ring too because Q-Tip pushed him, I think, and he lost his ring in the snow. He went and found it, but that was Fife's, main thing. That's his father's ring. Man, he knocked the dog snot out of him. I mean, snuck him too. Right when they got off stage, Fife was killing his freestyle, and he just cut him off. Man, they had so many fights, man. It was ridiculous. Q-Tip will tell you. Get anybody who been around the Tribe Called Quest and ask them how many times have Q-Tip and Fife had fist fights, wrestling on the floor. It was probably as more times than Poor Righteous Teachers. Poor Righteous Teachers, Buster and Charlie Brown and all them, C Brown and all them, man. C Brown and Buster was wrestling on the ground. But Fife Diggy, he made the group go. He was never a sidekick. Never a sidekick. Mobb Deep Murder Music was one of their best albums. Yeah, the game last night with Cleveland and Washington was good because actually you just watched a game where there was no defense on the court whatsoever. Both teams had a hard time playing defense. I mean, but Washington really outplayed Cleveland. Cleveland just hit a lot of long distance shots, 3-point shots in the game, and then Kyrie closed it out. But they got outplayed. Five album was alright. No, Tony Atkins, you must really be on crack. Oh yeah, I boxed. Oh man, I was in the gym, hitting the pads, knew everything, did all the combinations. I was doing real good in '96. And then I got popped right in the eye in the ring, and I got a little mark under the eye, and I said, "Whoa, yeah, this ain't gonna be for me." And that was the end of my boxing career. I wasn't finna be getting hit in the face. That was out. The NBA won't let Washington beat Cleveland. The NBA won't let anybody beat LeBron James until they get him in the finals. They got ratings they got to worry about. Well, look at how many teams have won NBA championships in the last 30 years. And I guarantee you it's less than 10. Out of all the teams in the NBA, less than 10 teams. It's probably 5 teams right now can go back 30 years. I picked Golden State to win this year. Right when it was over last year, I predicted that they were going to play Cleveland again, just like last year. I keep predicting the NBA Finals. My buddy think they're going to give LeBron James, and he's a gambler, professional gambler. That's what he does for a living. He said the NBA is going to give LeBron a three-peat because that's the only thing he don't have to put him up there with Jordan. Him and Kobe got three-peats. LeBron don't have a three-peat, and he wants one really bad. That's why he's panicking right now because he know this is his opportunity to get a three-peat. And if this gets blown, then it's all over. He wants that three-peat. I done the Suge voice already, Sean. You got it too late. I never said the NFL wasn't rigged. They just let them play. See, the thing is, the game is controlled. The game was going exactly the way the NFL wanted it to go. There was no need for them to do anything no more. The game was going the way it was. Atlanta was up by 25 points. What more do the league need to do? You got to do your job now. Tom Brady's coming back, and you want the NFL to interfere with that? They was like, look, we got to let this play on out. We got what we wanted. Well, Stacy Dash is stupid. She fell into the trap that most black women fall into. They get them angry at black people, and then they use them for the black people to speak to black people and represent black people. Then when the black people all turn against that person, then they cast him out and like, well, we don't need her no more, and that's it. We'll get another one. They'll find another person, stick them right in there. Of course, they're gonna put that Tory girl in there because it's controversy for them. You know, that's what they want to do. They go with who's writing the checks. You felt like you was watching WWE because you don't really understand football. And Atlanta played the game like John Madden, and you probably play a lot of video games, and that looked like a video game type of approach because they weren't playing football. They got it. They went into panic mode, especially after the fumble, and they got the touchdown. So coaches choked too, and the coaches outthought themselves and screwed up. Well, see, the thing is, Freeman blew the play on the block, which led to the fumble. Only because the other running back got hurt on the play before. He wasn't supposed to be in the game right there. I wrote like 4 movies already. I had a movie stolen from me and everything, so it was terrible. So you can't, you got to be real careful, man, with films. Films take years to get done, buddy. Years. I had a script on the table. I had a script on that table and they called a movie Cellular. They just took an idea out of my script and made a horrible movie called Cellular with Captain America and Chris Evans. Oh, Roy Jones and B Hop beef was all jealousy of Bernard Hopkins of Roy Jones and how Roy had everything and how he had nothing. And he felt he was better than Roy Jones, even though he lost to Roy Jones. He felt he was the better fighter, and Roy's getting all this love, and nobody paying attention to me. So, and it was basically Bernard beefing with himself, using it as motivation to go build himself up. And then once he beat Felix Trinidad, then he just felt he was on Roy Jones' level, and Roy Jones is like, "Are you kidding me?" 60-40, 60-40, and I'll beat your. I ain't gotta care about nothing now. Cause I told Bernard Hopkins Bernard has been the same way. Him and Roy tried to help him out actually, but Bernard was really stupid. HBO didn't want nothing to do with him no more, cause he had turned down so many fights, big fights. He turned down a fight with James Toney. A lot of people didn't know that. Then he turned down another fight they had for him, a rematch with Trinidad. He wouldn't get Trinidad a rematch. He screwed up a lot of fights with HBO. And they're like, look, we're done with Bernard Hopkins. So they wanted Roy Jones to fight him. They was like, Roy, please make this fight at 168 and beat him at a catch weight. Let's get this fight going. And we can make this fight happen and come down to like 165 or whatever. Please, we gonna pay whatever it is. We'll put up the money for the fight. We just want to get rid of Bernard Hopkins. They told Roy this. Roy told Bernard, like, look, man, let's get this done because, they trying to get rid of you. So let's go ahead and make this fight. They sat there and said, yeah, yeah. Then all of a sudden he coming with this 50-50 crap. And then him being a businessman and trying to break the record, thinking breaking uh, Marvelous Marvin Hagler record was going to put him in a better bargaining position. It's like, dude, you're fighting a bunch of bums to try to keep this record in today's time is not going to mean anything. The game has changed. It's not the same anymore. This division is depleted. You have to leave or go somewhere else. The Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy promotion thing saved his life. If he did not fight Bernard Hopkins, nobody on HBO would have cared. They was trying to get rid of Bernard Hopkins, period. Don King saved him by putting him on a fight with William Joppy on Don King's card on pay-per-view. 3 Stacks, yeah, he need another solo album, like some real hip-hop. Couldn't believe they put him up there at the top. Oh, man, it's almost movie time. I done been talking to y'all for a whole hour. I done missed my movie start. But I like this. This is the first time I've never done a live chat on anything. This is the first live chat video. I guess they started doing it today or something. YouTube. I don't know if they've been doing it before then, but for me, they sent the thing saying you could do live chat on your YouTube. I said, well, let me do that for the fans and those who come around and support my page and everything. I like the purple lightsaber, but I roll with the Sith. Tillicum, the killer whale. He was just misunderstood. Rest in peace. Thank you. Thank you. RNO. Ronda Rousey's losing movie scripts because of the simple fact she can't act. And without the appeal, she has no appeal right now. And she doesn't want to lose the weight. It's all mental. It's all because of her. Never goes written for Kel. Kel rapped in a group with my cousin. They have a video on the internet. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. There was on the Mystery Men soundtrack. My cousin's the one in the all yellow plaided suit. Fred, the guy who makes the beats and stuff, he's in the green, rhymes too. And call him Data. And Kel was wearing red. And it's called Mystery Men. They had the name Aftermath first. Dr. Dre stole it from them. So they had to change their name to Maft, M-A-F-T, Minds of a Future Thought. Anthony Joshua's going to win. Klitschko even knows it. He's just there to get a check. And then he's going to bow out. I met Floyd a couple of times. I met him back when he was a little kid. My cousin knew him from Grand Rapids. And he was real young then. He had a Michigan hat with the brim. Back then, the brims used to come way out here. And he was in his cousin's car. He's in the passenger seat, just leaning back. His cousin wasn't even old enough to be driving. And he was riding with one of them. And he was trying to get me to shoot dice. And I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who is this little dude? You got some money? Want to shoot some dice? Want to shoot some dice? And it ended up being Floyd Mayweather. I mean, but at that time, nobody really knew who he was. Like, he was just a kid at that time. They called him Lil Floyd. I remember the name Lil Floyd. So when I saw him like in 94, 95 in the amateurs, because Nate Jones was fighting, and he was the biggest thing to come out of Chicago at that time was Nate. He was going to Olympics, finna win the title. And that's when I seen him when he was with Big Nate. So Nate Jones is how I know, basically know Floyd. Yeah, I met the man. I got pictures with Method Man on here, I think. On either here or Facebook. Danny Garcia, I want to pick him. But Keith Thurman's going to win, I think, probably by knockout. If not, by decision. But Danny Garcia, I think, will surprise a lot of people. Dej Loaf never blew because she started messing around and trying to play the I want to fit in game. And when you trying to fit in, Dej tried to fit in with a lot of people and trying to be what they want her to be. And when you don't have the material out, you know, people are like, look, where are the songs? And people are still wondering, like, where are the songs? Okay. It's got to be going on. Is it 6:30, 7:30? I got to start to get ready. Jon Stewart, my YouTube lawyer. I knew Jon Stewart would be here. Shaq hate Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley kicked his butt on the basketball court. Literally. My favorite wrestler was the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Y'all know that. Ooh, yeah. It's the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah. Dig it. Yeah, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Yeah. You and Hulk Hogan. You guys are like a team. You're going against the best. Yeah, the greatest Intercontinental Champion. Greatest heavyweight champion ever. Yeah. Macho Man. Without a doubt. I need to stand up. No, I need to sit down. I don't need to stand up. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And I like the Big Boss Man. Big Boss Man, when he handcuffed Hulk Hogan to that thing, that rail, and started wailing on him, that changed wrestling. He was flipping that baton around, and he was like the real cop. He was the real deal. I do the same thing to you. You break the law with me, boy. Big Boss Man. And slick. Hulk Hogan, you just learned a lesson of solitary confinement, brother. And Brother Love, remember him with the red makeup all on his face? I love you. Goldberg is Goldberg, man. Goldberg has no dialogue whatsoever. You want to know who's next? You're next. That's his dialogue. That's it. Ooh, I gotta go with probably 8 Ball and MJG. It's hard. Oh, you know, I you know, when you had DVDs, that's not even all of them. That's just what can fit down here. Hush Puppies? If you seen the video, you know. Whoever put the Hush Puppies up there. Joseph, you should know that. The first rap CD I ever made. Oh my gosh. I did like so many rhymes on that first CD, which was a tape. One of them TDKs. Got the microphone in the basement, making raps. Gosh, man. Gosh, that album there. I never wanted to rhyme because I never liked how my voice came out on the song. I'd be like, I destroy this. The rhyme would be dope, but I didn't like the way my voice sounded on the record. So then I tried to, when I rapped, I changed my voice. Oh yeah, trying to record your favorite song on the radio when they coming on, and then they be talking through the song, and you trying to record it just right when it start, and you ended up getting like 2 parts of the verse. That happened with me with Jack the Ripper. And my boy Terry, 2 doors down, had Jack the Ripper off the radio and came down and brought Jack the Ripper. Told you, when Hit 'Em Up came up, it ruined my whole date. I was on a date that night. I'm like, man, I had dead presidents. We was going to the movies to see Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. The very first one. It came out. We on our way to go see that. She got off work late. And because she got off work late, where's my shoes? I gotta start getting up out of here. I'm messing up. But because she got off work late, we didn't make the movies. So when we didn't make the movies, it became a blockbuster night. What it used to be Netflix and chill turned into a blockbuster night. So, you know, you go to on Stony Sub on Stony Island, went there, got some food from Stony Sub, and said, okay. By the way, I always got the King Steak Sub. Then we went back to the house, went to Blockbuster, got Dead Presidents. Popped in Dead President, started watching Dead President, and next thing you know, I went to the car and we was on our way to get something to eat. That's what happened. We was on our way to get something to eat before we got the movie. And soon enough, on the radio, WKKC, Kennedy King College in Chicago. It was all hip-hop. They played it cussing and everything past midnight. They had free censorship. So when that was done, that was it. They played the song. They was like, we got a new song from Tupac. And oh, man. I'm like, okay, new song from Tupac. That's why I F Joe Creeper. Oh, whoa. She's like, what is that? Whoa. I almost crashed my car. I pulled over. I got to get to a phone. And I had a portable, the phone that you could plug into the cigarette lighter. So I had one of them. So I went and plugged my phone in the cigarette lighter. Grabbed the, what's his name? I'm like, whoa. Start calling my cousin right away. Like, you gotta meet me at the house. Where is he? There's like, he's gone. I've been looking for him. I'm driving around the neighborhood. I forgot she's in the car. The song is still going on. I'm like, it's on. I'm riding around looking for him. And man, he was walking down to the house when I saw him. I pulled up like, dude, you got to hear this song. We went over there like, dude, come on, let's go find this song. And when Killer Army came out, that was it. We almost crashed the car, and he drove himself to Kennedy King College to go get the record. Like, y'all gonna give me this Killer Army song, whatever song this is, I gotta have it tonight. They let him come. They was like, how did you get in here? He came in there and got them. It was on like a back-to-back tape. They made a tape for him so he could take it home and listen to right there at the radio station. He went down there and got it. I think him and Dr. Oaken went down there. Chuck Strange. Dr. Oaken, Chuck Strange. So y'all don't remember Chuck Strange. Chuck Strange had that crazy rapping style. Yeah, I come for your jugular vein and I eat your brains. Yeah, he was nuts. He went from Dr. Oaken, changed the name to Chuck Strange. Any tips on becoming a DJ? Your mixing game better be on point. DJ AM changed the game, for real. A lot of y'all don't know about DJ AM. Y'all just like, oh, that's just a Jewish boy. Dudes been doing that for years. No. Wasn't a lot of people doing what DJ AM was doing. How he was go from one song, zip, zip, and mix it in with another song, the way he was doing it. Respect. Big time respect for him. Want me to dance? Dance for your dollar. Dance for your dollar, girl. No, I'm not dancing for nobody. But what I am going to do is get up out of here. One of the books I'm reading right now, I ain't started yet, but it's Catalyst, the Rogue One book, Star Wars. Tells you everything you know behind the scenes of what happened if you watch Rogue One, which I have watched Rogue One. I'm a Sith, baby. Okay, college kid, I'm a Sith. We supposed to roll with the Siths. Why you think Darth Vader is so popular? Think about it. He was a slave, came up, made his way in the world, became his own boss, took out his own boss, became his own master. It's a tragic story. Who go through that much pain? Brothers, the slaves who came from nothing. We ain't going with that Jedi brainwash. Darth Vader was dope. That's why he's still selling today. Yes, I did watch Birth of a Nation. And I own it. As all of you should. Any black person, any person should buy this. This is a piece of American history. Americans, y'all love history, right? This is a piece of it. A large piece. Expose a lot of things. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock at night out here. Any more questions? Of course I'm watching all that Marvel stuff that's coming up on Netflix. The Defenders are coming. Do y'all know who the Defenders are? Boom, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the Iron Fist. Y'all better get caught up. If you ain't got Netflix. AB versus Granados, that's going to be a tough fight. Granados just ain't going to have the power to deal with Adrian. Adrian hits way too hard for Granados. So, Granados is training with Samaj J. Thomas, you know, so that'll help him out. But it's tough. They had another problem, I think. I think they had TLC had a problem of not understanding the contract. Dallas Austin took more than their money than Pebbles to me. That's what their money really went to. They know that now. I mean, they figured that out. First time sex tips, make sure she says yes. Top 10 movies I've dated. Y'all saw I said, man, y'all gotta check y'all notifications. I've done most of this stuff you talking about. Is Soulja Boy having a baby? He probably is. Everybody having babies now. It's the season. NWO. The movie I'm going to see, something that looked good and starred earlier. Seatbelt. Not personal between me and LeBron James. Why would things be personal between us? Okay, we still here? All right, there we go. And we are off. I want to hit my neighbor's thing here. Of course it's safe to drive doing anything I'm doing. Kendrick or J. Cole, that's a tough decision right there. That's really tough. I think, honestly, I think J. Cole can make better songs. But as far as like deep poetry, I'm going with Kendrick. Kendrick is a lyrical monster when he wants to be. Like if they had to sit down and go lyric for lyric, bar for bar, J. Cole wouldn't even be in the room with Kendrick. Kendrick would destroy him. But as fucking Kendrick has the better song. I don't really freestyle no more because there's no need. I'm like not in the need to rap no more. The want to do it is down. So I just leave that for everybody else. It's a realness to Pac. And that's the thing that people don't get, is that he had a connection. He connected to people. And rappers can make 4 or 5 albums and they could sell, but personally, they can't really connect to people. You know, their music can connect, but Tupac can sit there and talk for 5 minutes and have you glued into the words that he's saying. So he had what they call the it quality. He had it. You'll be galvanized by him. He wasn't marketed right. When he first came out, they just put him in a pool of rapper and just put him in a pool with everybody else. But if you ever sat down and had a conversation with him, you're like, wow, this dude is really something. So imagine what they could have done with Tupac had they really vested the right type of energy into him early on in his career, if he had the right type of support. But people forget, at 25, I'm sitting there arguing with my boy. We trying to get up in the club, and we arguing about VIP and the girl in VIP. That's what our whole argument's about. And I'm like, we ain't accomplished nothing except for going to work, mad at the boss. So me and him arguing about VIP stuff. I'm like, you think about it when you were 25 or you 25, think about all what Tupac accomplished before he left this earth. And it seemed like he been here a very long time. He was only 25 years of age. I can tell you tomorrow's lottery numbers. Tomorrow's lottery numbers is as follows: 2, 7, 12, 31, 33, and 44. Now, if they hit, you got to break me off some paper. I'm doing all right, man. Just trying to make my way to the movies. I got one of them smart cars. Don't worry about it. It can drive without me even holding the steering wheel. I was just talking about that, Solo. I don't do interviews because of the simple fact you can get sued. I don't want to say nothing that's going to get me sued. We was just talking about that. This is the first thing I've ever done, like live interview, because I have the protection of YouTube. They're going to fight for me, which they haven't yet, but they talk you out of fighting. You really want to do this? And be like, yes, I want to do this. What do you mean? I got my rights. All right. We'll send it in. What's important? Somebody said nobody important would give you an interview. What do you deem as important? Or who do you deem as important? Best heavyweights. Oh, man. Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Larry Holmes, Mike Tyson, and I would say Big George, even though Big George is destroying these younger guys. And Smoking Joe, Rocky Marciano. And Rocky Marciano was real. A lot of people didn't know that. He was the real deal. He got a lot of slack because of the fact that most of the guys he fought were older. Same thing they said about Mike Tyson. Same thing they did to Rocky Marciano. Like when he beat Joe Louis and Jersey Joe Walcott, they went toe to toe. I mean, he had to come back off the canvas to beat Jersey Joe Walcott. You know, he was a real dude. $5 Tuesdays at the movies, baby. They got a funny movie out. I swear. If anybody smoke weed, they have a movie out that'll fit right up your alley. It's called something about the space between us. It was supposed to be, it's like the Matt Damon movie, The Martian, but the silliest movie you could ever create in your life. This lady goes out in space. She's on a mission to Mars. She's pregnant. How she sneaked that past NASA? That's just a joke in itself. She dies giving birth to the baby in space on their way to Mars. So now the baby has all kind of problems now. It's like used to Mars gravity and was raised, and then they let him have a internet buddy way back in the United States. He finds a chick, talking to her. They finally agreed to let him come to Earth. He comes there. She's like, I ain't heard from you in 7 months. You just blew me off. He was like, I was on my way. I had a long distance trip. They get into it. Next thing you know, they sitting there going back and forth. And I'm like, what is this about? He come from Mars, picks this chick up, she fall in love with him, and one day he running away from the NASA and everybody else on Earth. He over there, he hit this chick, he's running around town. I'm like, he kicked it. So if y'all smoke and watch this, y'all might have a whole different mentality. Because the guy in the third row, he loved it, and he was high as a kite. Off-brand DJ Academics. Your off-brand DJ and whatever he plays sound familiar? Well, Alonzo Mourning didn't eat healthy. Alonzo Mourning did eat healthy. He tried to get Larry Johnson to eat healthy. Larry Johnson would be eating candy bars, drinking pop, and all that stuff. And, Alonzo Mourning started to try to get him in shape and things like that. So, and that was it. The now heavyweights, oh gosh, dude, I'm sorry about that. You should have said something. Right now, who you got? Wilder? That's about it. Anthony Joshua, hopefully he could do something. But we're going to start seeing some fights soon, because you finna see Luis Ortiz. He's going to fight Stavern. Stavern's going to knock him out. And then we're going to go and see Stavern probably versus Deontay Wilder. The winner got to fight Wilder. It's Brady over Montana all day. All day. And twice on Sundays. Bird over Magic Johnson all day. How do you keep success from going to your head? You can't. It's gonna go to your head because you're gonna be happy if you're successful at something. But understand that other people have been successful before you and they didn't have it no more. And look at where they are and how did they get there. Be appreciative of the fact and remember when you didn't have anything. And don't let other people who don't have nothing make you feel like you wrong for being happy you have something. That's called loser mentality. Like you can enjoy you have something. You don't forget where you come from. Just because you have something. So we'll see what we're gonna watch. Hello, my friends. Oh, you ready? You can go ahead. Oh, okay. Okay, what we got starting right now?
Why do you want it? I think they probably have minutes on too.
That one is. It's what, 8:11, so we have. Let's see what I can find. About this time, we have. Rings started at 10 or 8, but
I can help the next customer.
there's 20 minutes of preview.
Right here.
For what movie?
For Rings.
Rings? Oh no, I'm not going through that again.
Okay. And then it appears that that's about the only one that's starting around now. The rest of the movies are starting more towards 9
Yeah.
and like 9:30.
Oh, man, I think I've seen all these. Let me see what I want to do here. I'll fall back for a minute.
Okay.
All right. So, y'all suggest a movie I should see. How about that? Y'all suggest a movie, and we'll go from there. What should I watch? I'm not watching that ridiculous Resident Evil movie again. I did a review on it. I've already done reviews on every movie that's up here. Except for this Indian movie called Rasis. But Indian movies are 4 hours long. There's a problem. Split don't start. The next one's not until like 10 something, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
10:20.
Yeah, this time spacing is something. Triple X isn't gonna work, fellas. I've seen Manchester. Oh no, the one with the dog? That's the only one on this list. Did you see the space between us?
No.
Oh, you gotta check that out.
It's good?
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
It's funny?
Oh, it's very funny.
Dang.
Ladies working for NASA somehow is pregnant and has a baby in space. Yeah, it's that ridiculous.
Oh.
So they're on a mission to Mars, and the kid grows up on Mars, isolated, raised by the other scientists who survived, and then he falls in love with somebody on the internet that he met on Earth. Then he travels back to
That's
Earth
dramatic.
to be with her. And
Oh, he
then-
just hops on a rocket.
Yeah, and they hop on a rocket, get him to Earth, and then he's trying to go and be with her. And
Okay. Right now?
that kind of movie.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna send the other two. What? Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Jamie Foxx for Sleepless. That's what it is. Let me see Jamie Foxx
I can have the
again.
next customer. All right. It's gonna be $5.90.
$5.90. Wait a minute. I thought it was $5. Tuesday. Y'all done went up?
9.
Y'all done shot up to $5.90 now on Tuesday. Y'all
They
done
just
sneak.
keep creeping up.
Yeah, it's gonna creep back up to 15 bucks.
Yeah. We're still gonna call it $5 Tuesday.
I know. Still call it $5 Tuesday.
Thank you.
Do I have any free stuff on there? Well, I don't know. It's Tuesday, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. No need of me wasting.
No. There you are. All right. Enjoy.
$5.90. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Sorry. I'm just giving you the insight so you can go see it. That's right. That's right, I'm cheap. Why bring a chick to the movie when you can come to the movies and meet a chick in here already? You ain't had to pay for her to get in. See? Business savvy. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Bye-bye.